Hello, you wonderful people, and welcome to another watch list. Basically, think of this as a monthly TV guide for me to let you know what and when TV shows that I'm interested in, that maybe you are interested in, are coming out. Like always, in the description down below, I'll include links to any trailers that might be available to anything that I bring up during this watch list. I will also let you know most of the things on this watch list I have not watched the trailers for because I kind of want to go into these seasons or series knowing as little as possible. So just kind of let you know that ahead of time. First up, on June 2nd on Paramount Plus, we have Mayor of Kingstown Season 3, which I saw this, like, I was just looking up the other day. I was like, wait, Season 3? That can't be right. Yeah, apparently the trailer dropped like a month ago, and I was completely unaware. So I didn't watch the trailer. Obviously, it's like right around the corner, so I'm not going to, I mean, it's going to be a couple days from now, so I'm going to have to recap. I remember where some of Season 2 left off, but it's definitely going to be, I mean, it's a great crime drama. It's a very dark and bleak crime drama. I'm always excited to see where the story ends up taking us next, but I'm going to go into the season knowing as little as possible because I'm trying to, like I said, I remember some of the pieces of where things were left off, but I'm curious just to see where this season takes us. On June 6th on Netflix, we had the third and final season of Sweet Tooth, which I'm very excited about. Another thing I, once again, did not watch the trailer for. There is an official trailer out, but I want to go into this knowing as little as possible. I remember kind of where a lot of the storylines left us last season, so I'm curious to see where Gus's journey ends, because I do know when it came to the comic, I believe there was a sequel series called Sweet Tooth The Return, so I don't know if any of that might get incorporated into this, like at least to a tiny degree, or maybe not at all. Once again, I know the TV show is doing its own thing versus the comic, because I don't think it's like a one-to-one. I think it is like the show, at least tonally, is a lot more like hopeful in comparison to the comic. Has always been my understanding, and I could be wrong in that way, but I mean, I'm very excited to see how this series comes to an end, and you know, stuff with, you know, Gus and his mom, and just how that storyline ends and how all that comes to an end. Where are a lot of our characters end up? What because we don't know where. Well, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not remembering as much of Season 2 as I would hope I would, but I'm definitely going to have to rewatch Season 2 in preparation for this final season. But I'm excited to see how the story comes to an end. On June 7th on Netflix, we have a new Korean drama called Hiearchy. The basic premise seems to be that there's this school where like the 0.1% go to, and basically a new transfer student kind of shakes up all these secrets. Like there's a girl who she apparently had killed someone, and all these other people like, oh yeah, they've got secrets. So it's this, from what I was seeing labeled as genre-wise, it's kind of like a teen drama romance mystery series. So I don't know. You know, once again, I've been getting into more and more K-dramas, so just another one added to the list, and it seemed interesting enough, so I'm excited to see what it ends up all being about. On June 13th on Prime Video, we have the 4th season of The Boys, which I'm so excited about. I've only seen the teaser trailer. I avoided the official trailer, so I don't know what to fully expect from this season, but picking up in the aftermath of not only The Boys Season 3, but also some developments and revelations in Gen V. I'm curious to see what happens with Season 4. I think that's going to be so interesting because like at least one story element I'm excited to see is going to be like the division of, right, there's everyone backing Starlight, or rather Annie, and those who are backing Homelander in the aftermath of the Season 3 finale. Oh, everything that went down in Season 3, but specifically the Season 3 finale and Homelander's place in the world, and I'm sure like how he runs Vought and kind of bringing in his people. I'm sure once again rebuilding the Seven into what he wants it to be. It's kind of, it's almost poetic to kind of say this. It's like, oh, it's not the big Seven, it's Big Me, and it's just kind of, I think it's going to be like a major thing this season. Like, yeah, I kind of run things, so it's going to be interesting to see who these new characters are. There's a few we got introduced to in the teaser trailer, find out who they are and their roles. I'm just excited to have the boys back and see how this all plays out. On June 22nd on Netflix, we have a new animated series called Rising Impact. It is a sports anime, which I've dabbled with a little bit of sports anime here and there. Putting that aside, this is actually based off of a quite old manga. Not old, but it's like, I think the manga ran from like 98 to 2002. So I thought that was like such a massive like 22-year gap in between the manga ending and the anime. I thought it's interesting. But either way, it just seems kind of like a, you know, I'm not a big golf person, but it's like, hey, this be kind of nice to see the hyperbolized version of golf in, because I like how anime handles sports, because it's like, it's so extreme, and like obviously they get real technical with it. So it's interesting. It's going to be a nice introduction to me of like the game of golf, I thing. It seems like kind of a neat story of just a kid trying to become like a professional golfer. So it just seems really interesting, so I'm excited to check it out. On June 23rd on AMC and AMC Plus, we have Orphan Black Echoes, which I'm so excited about. This is one I went out of my way to make sure I did not see a trailer for, because I kind of want to approach this like I kind of approach Orphan Black a lot in that same vein, but I have no idea what to expect from this series. I know it's set in the same universe. I remember Kristen Ritter said, I want to say it was like on Michael Rosenbaum's podcast, Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum, that you don't need to have seen the original series to know what's going on here. I guess it's just like, right, it's set in the same universe, but how much of Orphan Black is it carrying over, and like what the story ends up. Like I said, I'm going into this knowing nothing. More Orphan Black. I mean, for one, I'm a massive fan of the original series. I love it so much, so I don't have to worry about like, oh, what happened in Orphan Black? I've never. It's like, no, I've seen it. I've seen the entire show, so I'm good. I'm going into this with some good knowledge, but I'm like, I'm so curious to see what the show ends up being, because I think, didn't they do like audio series that was like a second, like a continuation of Orphan Black? I swear that's a thing. I don't know if that gets incorporated into the continuity or not, but whatever the case may be, more Orphan Black. It might not be the story and characters I came to know and love in the original series, but anything else in that universe. Maybe we might see some familiar faces pop up, maybe not. Maybe it's just gonna be all new characters, but I'm curious to see what this series ends up being all about. So I'm so pumped. And then finally, on June 22nd on FX/Hulu, I think it's just on Hulu, but it's FX on Hulu, we have season 3 of The Bear. So excited. The Bear is so damn good. I'm so glad I finally took the time to get into The Bear. It's so damn good, and I'm so excited for season 3, especially where season 2 left off. Like, season 2 had some heavy hitting episodes. I mean, the show in general is great, but like season 2 had some of my favorite episodes so far, and that season 2 finale, like, we're gonna be repairing some relationships, see where things kind of go for the restaurant after kind of their like pseudo like family open night thing that they had in the season 2 finale. It's like it was kind of a success. Obviously, a lot of kinks that need to be worked out, but obviously where Carmi goes this season, I've avoided watching the trailer. I'm like, I don't want to know nothing. I want to go into this blind and just see where the story takes us, and, you know, our characters, and, you know, what new characters we're going to get, what characters are going to be returning, you know, especially when it comes to Carmi and a certain relationship. Like, is that repairable, you know? We'll ultimately have to wait and see how that all plays out, but I'm so pumped to get more of The Bear. I think it's going to do what the first 2 seasons have done, where it's dropping all at once, so excited. And so that brings this month's watch list to an end. Like always, if there's something that's coming out that maybe I wasn't aware of that you're aware of, you think that maybe me or someone else might be interested in, don't be afraid to leave it in the comments. But really, that's all I wanted to talk about. Till the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day and goodbye.